Hey, I was wondering where you went early in the morning.
I decided to come here to finish some Lady Lemon stuff for Kenneth.
You really love what you do.
You know what they say, find a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life.
I still don't know what I want to do.
You love clothes, right? Why not try going into retail or something? Oh, but I suppose that might be awkward because Mrs. Shelley owns a Lux. I'm sorry. Sorry, not a sensitive subject.
You're right. If I was still a Shelley, I'd be working at Lux. But life is about moving forward, right?
Yes, moving forward.
Can we skip family time today? I have an enrichment class after school.
And I have project work.
Where's Nicky? Is he ready for school?
He's still in the toilet.
We spent most of last week and the whole weekend doing things together. Isn't that enough?
Okay, we'll just have a quick game of carom tonight, okay?
Nicky, have you brushed your teeth and put on your school uniform?
Dad, I have to study.
Margaret, your common test is over.
Yeah, Margaret, 1 hour of your time is all I'm asking for.
You know what? Can the two of you go and check if Nicky's out of the toilet and ready for school? Hmm? Hey, I think Nathan has a point, okay? Don't you think you're overdoing it with this whole family time thing? Oh, family time every single evening?
Ananya, you don't understand teens.
And you do?
On the surface, they're all chill and cool, but underneath that all, they're like, I love spending time with my awesome dad.
Hey, Yoke. You left for work so early this morning? Meetings, right? That's what I thought. You want to do lunch today? Okay. I'll see you at home then. Bye.
Hi, hello, Eunice.
Wilson, how's Matthew?
Fine.
Don't lie to me, he looks like crap.
You saw him? Then why did you ask me?
It's a test. You're his father. How can you not know how he is?
I'll make your favorite porterhouse steak for dinner tonight.
Thank you, dear. I'm looking forward to that.
Don't pretend.
Maxine, what are you talking about?
You and Mommy are still angry at each other.
Mummy and Daddy had a little disagreement, but we talked it over, and it's all sorted now.
Mommy, you told me not to lie.
Mummy's not lying.
Yes, you are. I can tell. You're still fighting.
Handsome, can you please stop playing your computer game? Come and help me wipe the bowls.
Nah, I'm not playing games. I'm doing work.
Don't bluff.
Auntie, Handsome's actually testing out the Lady Lemon game for me. He's my focus group.
Yeah, I am giving important feedback.
Hiya, he doesn't like to wipe the bowls, Zara. No need to make excuses for him.
I am not making excuses, Ma. If the bowl is there, I will write later.
Hey. So, what are your plans after you leave KSUH?
Apply for jobs. What else?
Ella, actually, we need to use the funding for Handsome Boss Tao Hui. There'll be a lot of planning, paperwork. Why don't you come and help us?
Let me think about it.
Actually, we are short-handed now. My new part-timer, Melody, she's away. Why don't you come and work for us for Handsome Boss? Help your brother.
I said, let me think about it. Okay, I gotta go.
Does Ella always act this way with Auntie Meiwan?
I don't even know why Auntie Meiwan bothers to be nice to Ella. Like she owes Ella a living.
I guess her life was turned upside down when she found out she wasn't a Shelley.
It's not like Auntie Meiwan was the one who switched her. Auntie Meiwan is also a victim. And it's not fair for Ella to take it out on her. Some people just don't know how lucky they are.
Dad? How long have you been sitting here?
5 minutes. And it took you so long to notice I'm here.
Well, I was just distracted.
Exactly. Now, why are you not back at work? I mean, you've been suspended for such a long time and now you're on leave.
Dad, I just took a few days off. Yuk and I just came back from our honeymoon not too long ago and...
She's already back at work.
Yes, she is.
And you still haven't fully explained to me why did you decide to move to the Shelley's house?
Dad, we got you a souvenir from our honeymoon.
Oh, thanks. And I was saying...
But should we order? I'm hungry.
Maxine, finish your breakfast, okay?
Mommy, stop changing the subject.
Maxine, we're not changing the subject. Mommy and Daddy are not fighting.
Are you going to get a divorce?
Maxine, where did you learn that word from?
Jarvis, Mommy and Daddy have a divorce.
Who's Jarvis?
Her classmate.
Jarvis is now staying at Hiyeye and Nai. Mommy, am I going to stay with Grandma?
No, you're not gonna live with Grandma. You're right. Daddy and Mommy have been fighting, but we're doing everything we can to work things out.
What is work things out?
It means we won't get angry with each other anymore.
Really? No shouting? You promise?
Pinky promise.
How about you, Daddy?
Yeah, pinky promise.
And you and Daddy would stay together forever. No divorce? Okay, Daddy and Mommy, we pinky promise already. You cannot break your promise, okay? Alright? Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Why you look at me like that?
You just had one simple thing to do. Talk to your son.
It's not that simple, okay? Matthew and I were not really talking to each other. Just like you and your son.
My issues with James are completely different. Anyway, we're not talking about my son, we're talking about your son.
Exactly. He's my son, and why are you so worked up?
Because he's now living with Jessica and Derek. They must be making his life a living hell.
Don't worry, he can take care of himself. He's a trained police officer.
Police officer. As if that will stop Jessica.
She is just Yuk's mother. What's the big deal? Yuk will never let...
Yuk is completely under Jessica's thumb. She will join her in torturing Matthew as well.
You care for him so much, then you go and rescue him from Jessica lah.
I will. And you're coming with me.
James, what's so important that we couldn't talk over the phone?
Maxine's at her art class?
Yes. I only need to pick up in an hour. Spit it out, James.
I want to talk about us.
What about us?
What you promised Maxine, your pinky promise that we'd work it out? Stay together, no divorce. Did you mean it?
You pinky promise too.
I am not the one who's having an affair. I can keep up my end of the promise. Can you?
Project my foot.
Then just boil in a slow cooker for 6 hours.
Okay, sir. I'll go and buy this black chicken now.
Thanks.
What black chicken?
Oh, it's a herbal recipe for yolk. It's good for women. Actually, Mom, you should have some.
Rubbish. Yuk doesn't eat things like that. Sorry, just go do whatever you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, when it comes to meals or anything to do with the running of this household, it's best to just run it by me first. Don't confuse Laurie about the chain of command.
It's just soup for yolk. It's good for her. I got the recipe from Sensei Go.
And I am Yuk's mother, so I know what's best for her. You just focus on yourself, okay?
What do you mean?
Well, you do need to learn a lot about being a good Shelley son-in-law. Yuk is going to be the next CEO of KSUH. She needs a husband who is worthy of her.
I see. So I'm not the husband worthy of the next CEO of KSUH.
You are so far from being the right husband that I couldn't even begin to tell you how to close the gap.
Why don't you begin now? I mean, go ahead and mold me into the perfect Shelley son-in-law. I'm all yours, Mom.
Are you trying to be funny?
Oh, okay. So the worthy husband cannot be funny. Let me write it down. In fact, let me get a notebook and write all this down.
Ma'am.
What?
Hello, Jessica. Matthew's father and I are here for a visit.
Dad?
Hello, Mrs. Shelley.
How nice to see you and Matthew having a chat like this. Can we join you? Laurie, can you get us some lapsang shushong tea, please? And biscuits, the nice ones that I bought the last time.
I'm still working on my project.
Huh? How long more? When will you reach home? Oh no, it's Dad. I can't ignore him. He'll just keep calling. Hold on. Let me get him off my back. Hi, Dad.
Where are you, Nina?
I got delayed. On my way. Bye. Okay, so I told Dad I got delayed. You better finish your stupid project ASAP. You can't leave me alone with him, okay? He's gonna either torture me with non-stop questions or bore me to death. Nathan, can you answer me, please?
What's going on here?
Hello, Derek. You're home. Oh, I brought Matthew's father, Wilson, over to visit.
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
It's a civilized thing to do. He wasn't even invited to the wedding.
Matthew already told me that it was a private wedding.
Nobody was invited. You and I had a very private wedding.
So private that nobody is taking your marriage seriously. Or you seriously.
What's all this? You moving in?
No, just some things for Matthew. Nutritious food, vitamins, pillows, bed sheets.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, we got plenty of those things.
You do? I never know how you run this house, Jessica. I'm just here to make sure that Matthew is properly taken care of. Laurie, Wilson and I are staying for dinner. We have things to talk about. Rules to set.
Well, enjoy your dinner. I've got other plans.
Where's everyone? Isn't it time for family time?
Cancel.
What happened?
Nina hates spending time with me. She hates me.
That can't be true.
I heard it loud and clear, Ananya.
I wanted to see you before you got discharged tomorrow. We won't have the chance to meet up when you're discharged and recuperating at home.
I can always sneak out.
You do no such thing. Be good and stay at home.
I'm counting down the days where you can be with me all the time. And I can finally tell Ma that Maxine's a granddaughter. What's wrong?
Hawk, I really want to be with you.
Wait, don't tell me you're changing your mind.
I can't do this to Maxine.
Not this again. Maxine loves me.
As Uncle Hawk. She spent all this time with James as a father. The last thing we want is for her to think that Uncle Hawk's trying to replace her daddy. She'll hate you for it.
She won't.
She might. We can't risk that, Hawk. I don't want her to hate you.
Where's this coming from?
I talked to James this afternoon.
Before my parents got divorced, when Celia came into our lives, Dad introduced her as a good friend. Auntie Celia, as I knew her back then, was the sweetest, nicest lady. I got lots of hugs and toys. It was bribes and lies. And I realized after the divorce that that nice, sweet lady was carrying on an affair with my father behind my mother's back. I mean, over time, the pain fades, but you never really forget the first time your trust is broken. Like, Emily, even if you do end up marrying this guy and he is a good father to Maxine, it will be hard on her. She's gonna have a hard time trusting anyone ever again. She will be scarred. Please, don't do this to her.
Oh, Maxine is so young. How can she possibly understand?
Maxine comes first. I'll wait for you, Emily. I know we'll be together as a family one day. You, me, and Maxine.
So, Yoke needs to work late?
Yes. Let's eat first. You must be hungry.
Oh, no. I'm sure we can wait for her.
Is she always working late?
You know what it's like working at Shelley Holdings. What do you expect?
This is not about me. You've only been married a month and she's already not coming home for dinner.
Eunice, Matthew is not complaining. Why are you complaining?
Don't mind her. She's always complaining.
I'm speaking up for my godson. York is protected by everyone around here. Jessica, Derek. Who's going to protect Matthew?
I don't need protecting.
That's what you think. I know these people.
Oh, you know everything, do you, Eunice? This isn't even any of your business. Matthew's not your son, Yoke's not your daughter, and you're hardly in any position to lecture anyone about marriage.
I'll have you know, I was a better wife to you than you ever were a husband to me. And you're even more of a failure father.
So says the woman whose son barely speaks to her.
You have no right to attack me about James. He's your son too, and you were barely around when he was growing up.
I was busy working to provide for the family, building up the business.
What family? You barely thought about us. And you certainly did not give a damn when I miscarried our second child. You remember what you said to me that day when I called you and told you I was in pain? Sleep it off, you said.
Well, nothing anyone can do about that now. So what's the point in digging up ancient history?
So I can make sure history never repeats itself.
Eunice, perhaps you should go home. I send you home.
Yeah, come on. You should go back and rest.
No, not yet. I'm not leaving. Not until I do what I came here to do.
All right, Eunice, do whatever you have to do. I know you're not going to listen to anything I have to say anyway.
Hey, I brought the snacks. Shall we start?
Start what? Family time. Why bother? You hate it, right?
No, of course she doesn't. Does she?
Stop putting words into my mouth.
Nina.
I'm gonna go check on Nikki.
You have become such a rude and disrespectful child.
And you are so controlling. All we do is have family time. I never get any time to spend with my friends or do the thing I want to do. Too much family time gets suffocating and boring.
Everything is boring to you.
I'm just saying, I want little me time.
You know what? Why don't I ground you and you can have all the me time you want in your room?
Dad, calm down.
Nathan, do you feel the same way about family time?
Dad, we appreciate how much you're trying to get us to do things together as a family. I do enjoy it, but honestly, I think we could do with a little me time. To hang out with friends, study, just de-stress a little, you know?
Are you saying the family time is stressful?
No, I'm not. It's just...
Suffocating if you do it all the time.
Dad, you have things you want to do too, don't you? Maybe we can have family time 3 days a week, just to get some balance. I think we would all appreciate family time a bit more.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable. Fine.
I'll do up the plan.
Yeah, thanks, son.
Everything you said, I said. He just refuses to listen to me. He only listens to you.
Yo, you're back.
Oh,
Hi, Dad, Eunice.
Why didn't you respond to Matthew's messages and calls?
What? Oh, sorry, my battery died. I was on the phone in the car all the way home.
Did it occur to you that you have a husband waiting for you at home to have dinner?
Godma, it's okay.
I didn't realize you were waiting. Look, in future, just assume I won't be eating dinner.
No, you need to eat. What if I bring food over to you?
This is ridiculous. Matthew, are you listening to yourself? Why are you bending over backwards? She's the one at fault, not you. You come back so late, you don't even call, you just keep everyone waiting. I don't know how that Jessica brought you up.
Do not bring Jessica into this, please.
I'll bring whoever I want into whatever I want. I should have known. She'll make you a carbon copy of her.
I don't know what is going on, but you need to calm down. Matt, why don't you bring your godma home? Uncle... Dad, I'm sorry about tonight. We'll invite you over for dinner some other night.
Stop pretending you care. You're a fake, just like your mother.
Godma, please. That's enough.
I'm not going back until I set some ground rules.
No, you are leaving right now.
What? You're throwing me out? I'm trying to speak up for you.
Really? Is this about me? Or is this about you and your Shelley's internal power struggle? Whatever it is, I don't need you. Dad, can you send her home?
How can you talk to your godma like that?
I've never liked his looking back at me, 'cause everything seems wrong. So here
You are really okay, right, Cor?
Of course, I'm more than okay.
You don't act like a hero, ah. I'm telling you, you're not ready to go back to work, ah.
But Ma...
No, but you're not fully recovered yet. Head injury, you know. You don't play a fool. I already told Rickson, you're not going back to work yet.
Then how? Every day eat and sleep. Might as well stay in the hospital.
Don't talk nonsense. Anyway, Ella has moved back and Zara is still staying with us. So nice to have so many people staying with us.
Cor, good to have another man in the house again. The owner outnumber me.